It's a shame it's so windy up here because this is a really cool spot to chill. It's really comfortable. It's like an armchair. But every time I come up here, it's like it's the peak. It's where all the wind blows around. This is what I'm looking at though, right? Watch people surfing and shit. So beautiful. Another issue with coming up here is it's very easy to avoid turning the camera on and just chill. And just think, yeah, I'll just be with myself for a while and see what emerges, and then you just lose yourself in the beauty and the magic of what you're looking at. I'm going on a road trip down to Bingara, New South Wales. It's like central New South Wales. If you've never heard of it, I don't blame you. This will be my first time going there. It was between Bingara and Queenstown, New Zealand for this weekend. So that's a bit of contrast. But I've got time and I've got the resources, and there's a lot of crazy, amazing things happening all over everywhere, and I'm being invited to it. So I'm going to start capitalizing on these opportunities and enjoying the connections and everything. There's a regenerative festival going on. So a lot of permaculture type people, sustainable farming, sustainable everything, and healing. Like, because obviously healing is also very important if you want to live a sustainable lifestyle. Look after yourself sustainably, heal your trauma, heal all of your issues so that you can actually be in alignment with yourself and the rest of the planet that you're trying to heal as well. Heal yourself first. And we're going to be contributing to that. Going down, we're going to carpool 5.5 hours. I've done a lot of solo 5.5 hour drives, but I haven't done a lot of group 5.5 hour drives. So that's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic unfolds. People are already joking about doing video journals on the road. And one person who's already down there is like, I'm expecting really hilarious video journals. And I haven't really done many video journals with other people yet, but I keep saying it's been my intent. So it's like loud and clear I'm receiving that message. Like, it's time for you to actually do that now and stop talking about it. So, but I'll see what everybody else is feeling too. They might not want to record their thoughts and feelings in the present moment and immortalize them in time for eternity, or not eternity. YouTube won't last forever, the internet won't last forever, everything goes in cycles. It's all sandcastles on the beach, no matter how eternal anything might feel. That includes your pain and suffering. So isn't that fantastic? It puts me in a totally different state of mind being up here. It's like, welcome to the Discovery Channel, or like, welcome to, I feel more like I'm on a travel channel. Like, yeah, come visit Whirly Heads on the Gold Coast. This is what you're missing out on. Crystal clear blue-green waters, surfing is always pristine, white sandy beaches that squeak beneath your feet. Like, yeah. I made a little Instagram reel all on my phone on the way up as well, because I was just so inspired by how beautiful of the day it was. And I captioned it with, the where you go to collect your thoughts may affect the quality of the thoughts that you collect. A little zinger that popped into my awareness, and I thought I'd like to share it. So put together some footage of all the beautiful things that I'm looking at here, which is probably more so what I wish I was showing you now in the present moment than me pointing the camera at myself and talking. Like, that's why I'm shooting with the wide angle lens today, and hoping that the wind doesn't completely disqualify this video journal, because that would be a shame. Just for the visuals. I think some of the videos get more views just because it's an epic location. Like, it just looks really cool. It's a nice place, or you can hear the sound of nature, and it's just really relaxing. I think that adds a lot to it. And I really enjoy it as well. So I'm a different person when I'm in a place like this. Hence what I said, like, where you go to collect your thoughts affects the quality of the thoughts that you collect. I also said, change one thing and you change everything. And that's something that I've been really noticing in my journey. Like, people get stuck in the same old cycles and they want to change their lives, and they can't think of like what they need to do to overcome their obstacles. But maybe you don't need to have a solution even. You just need to change anything. Like, just go to the beach instead of staying home. Go for a walk around the block instead of staying in your room. Like, small, insignificant changes consistently add up to be huge, significant shifts in your life. If you don't just try one thing and give up straight away. Like, it's about consistency. Definitely about consistency. That's a truth that is tried and tested. Like, I've looked at lots of different things and tried a lot of different approaches to life, but looking back over everything, I can see that consistently not giving up and just the keep going is the only advice that you ever need. Like, I keep saying that. I think that's one of the truest things that I have discovered, and it's stood every test. Like, nobody can really disagree with that. I would actually love to hear somebody debate it in the comments below, like, consistency ain't shit because, and like really make a case for why consistency isn't all it's cracked up to be. And like, I could think of some like comical, absurd debates that you could have with consistency, like where, you know, it would just be like sarcasm or satire. Like, it would just be an absolute joke because consistency is king, and I don't think that anybody can challenge consistency. Why am I like trying to start beef between people watching my videos and the concept of consistency? Just feeling cheeky and playful, I guess. I'm already starting to anticipate the kinds of people that I'm going to be hanging out with, and already starting to feel like the kinds of energy that I'm going to be feeling when I'm spending time with them. It's going to be playful, it's going to be free, it's going to be party time, but like not party time like back in the past. Like positive, proactive, healing, only doing things that feel amazing in the long term as well as the short term. Eating beautiful fruits and foods, drinking tea. It doesn't sound like a party, does it, to most people? But I love just living life now. Like, people used to say, I'm high on life. And that concept seems kind of absurd to me, but now, like, life is the best high that you could ever experience. It's just, look at this. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the where you go to collect your thoughts definitely affects the quality of the thoughts that you collect. We think that our thoughts are just inside of us, right? Like, our thoughts just are our thoughts. Like, my internal world isn't really connected to what's going on out here, but it definitely is. Like, thoughts don't only come from inside. Like, it's a collaborative process with like the whole of life. Like, everything outside of you, no matter how 0.0 or how grounded you get, like, things are still going to influence you. And like, this is an extension of you, really, like where you choose to place yourself in the greater hologram. And this is a good spot. Actually, here's something really interesting in relation to this. Like, because this is also a limiting belief in a way, that like, this is what you need to be really happy or to have better quality thoughts. Because I met a guy last night, he was born in Hawaii where they filmed Jurassic Park, and he said that there's no place he would rather be than where we live now, which is like, I've been complaining about it, saying like, there's so much drugs and violence and crime, and I'm there because I want to help heal the community, but I've been complaining about it and judging it, and I've been trying to pull myself up on it, and then I meet this guy, and he does the same sort of stuff that I do, like helping people heal themselves. He works more specifically with youth because he was a troubled youth, and I might even get him on. I might even like do a proper conversation with him and allow him to tell his story, or assist him to tell his story. But yeah, he was talking about how you can make any place the best setting. Like, even if you are surrounded by criminals and drugs and violence, like the mindset that you bring to it. Like, he was just one of those characters that he can walk into any situation and make it positive. Like, he was just oozing gratitude. Like, he was just constantly thanking people. And one really strange thing that he said several times was he felt like he was robbing people because he was receiving so much from giving. Like every time he would contribute to somebody's life in a positive way, he would receive so much that he was like, am I doing something like wrong? Am I robbing these people of something? I feel like I'm receiving so much. Like he was so passionate. It was so full on. But yeah, a conversation with him on the channel would be great, wouldn't it? And I'm just in this moment, like it's pretty fresh. That was last night. So I'm thinking about that. Like I don't need to be here in a beautiful location. This is another kind of escapism in a way, isn't it? Like I've got to be literally on top of the world, surrounded by beauty and magic to feel good, for the quality of my thoughts to be good. No. It's internal to external, right? Like I can start here and I can, with my intent, I can create gratitude, peace, love, happiness, joy, anything that I want, and I can radiate that out, and I can create an environment from here that makes life amazing anywhere. That's fresh and new, and that's a seed that's just been planted. Thank you to that man. And that's going to grow into something epic. Like that's so powerful. And it's so simple as well. It's like I felt like I was doing that the whole time, but I've just realized, like, and I've even been saying that I'm finding peace in a place where I'm surrounded by drugs and violence and crime. But had I really done it? No, this guy has. Like he was in his elements, surrounded by this stuff. Like we were in it. Like there were people all drunk and on drugs around us, and he was bringing the beauty and the love and the gratitude out of them, and making them forget to even drink anymore, making them forget that they're even here to party. Like we're creating these huge, deep, meaningful conversations with people where they're looking at the best aspects of themselves. Like, wow, man. Yeah, I definitely gotta find this dude again. I know the unit that he lives in. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. He had a really interesting Hawaiian name. Really interesting dude. Like, yeah, I'm inspired. Thank you. I want to put that thank you out there, whether he ever hears that from this or whether I go and say it to his face. But yeah, just so grateful for that experience. And like grateful for all of the beautiful experiences that I'm about to have this weekend. It's going to be awesome. So if you get anything out of these videos, please pass them along to anybody else you know who may benefit. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you're thinking and feeling in the present moment. And check out kylives.com if you feel like it might have some value for you.